Hi everybody, welcome to Storytime Anytime. Miss Molly here, and I'm so excited to have you join me today. Can you guess what we're going to be reading about? It's space! Good job, you guys. Alright, so we're going to start, of course, with our hello songs, and the lyrics to that song and all of our songs are going to be down below in the comments, so I hope you'll sing along with me. Alright, we're going to sing this song 2 times. Here we go. Hello, hello, hello. It's time to say hello. Hello today to all my friends. Hello, hello, hello. All right, one more time. Here we go. Extra loud. I want to hear you. Hello, hello, hello. It's time to say hello. Hello today to all my friends. Hello, hello, hello. Good job, you guys. All right, we got to get our sillies out. Here we go. Can you reach up really, really high? Arms all the way up to the sky. And then reach all the way down. Try to touch your toes. Good job. Can you reach out really, really wide? Arms out to the side. And then bring those arms in really, really narrow. Good job. We're going to reach all the way up. We're going to tip over to the right and over to the left. Good job. We're going to bring our arms out in a tango circles really fast, really fast, really fast. And then backwards. Nice and slow. Arms down. Are you happy to be here with me? I'm happy to be here with you. And wave. Hello, my friends. Show us a smile. All right, we're ready to go. We got one more song before our first book, and it's my favorite song. It's our Have a Seat song. So you can clap your hands in front of you to keep the beat or tap them on your lap. It's up to you. Here we go. Everybody, everybody, come on over. Everybody, come and have a seat on the floor. Everybody, everybody, come on over. Everybody, come and have a seat on the floor. Not on the ceiling, not on the door. Everybody, come and have a seat on the floor. Not on the ceiling, not on the door. Everybody, come and have a seat on the floor. Good job, you guys. So our first story today, oops, I lost my book. Our first story today is The Big Beyond. How cool is this? This is written by James Carter and it's illustrated by Aaron Cushley. It's the story of space travel. How cool is that? All right, let's see what we've got. Can you see what those are? Look at all the rockets. How cool is that? All right, let's read. The Big Beyond, the story of space travel. Once upon a rocket, a countdown has begun from 10, 9, 8 to 7 and 6 to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look at that. And this is the Spaceship Challenger. The Space Shuttle Challenger, I should say. As early people watched the sky, they wished for wings so they could fly. They dreamed of questions thick and fast. How deep is space? How far are stars? Does planet Mars have life like ours? And in those stars across the night, they drew some creatures formed of light. Crab and lion, bull and bear, such starry beasts were everywhere. Through telescopes, we found such things as planets with their moons and rings. We learned we're in the Milky Way, that stars are all so far away, that force of space is gravity, and there are endless galaxies. And this guy over here is Galileo. Yet still to fly was our great aim, with kites, balloons, and gliders, planes. This guy. And then in 1957, rockets soared to the heavens, through the clouds, up, up, and on into the big beyond. Up we sent beyond the night to orbit Earth, a satellite. Up went creatures, dogs and cats, monkeys, turtles, flies, and rats. Up in time went astronauts, space explorers, cosmonauts. Then, summer 1969, what a time for humankind! A rocket known as Saturn V with smoke and flames burst into life. And now, in front of their TVs, the whole world watched excitedly. What great adventure happened next? Upon the moon, two men took steps. And on that world so strange and new, they left a flag, some footprints too. So this is the Apollo lunar module. Here we have Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. Since then, we've been up many times. We've walked in space, launched satellites, and to the planets, spacecraft roam, sending information home. To Mars, our neighbor, we've sent more probes with which we could explore. Crafts to land, to test the air, to sample soil, to check what's there. And over here, we have the International Space Station. New rockets every year will head out through the atmosphere. We'll need an astronaut or two, so what do you think? Could it be you? What do you guys think? Do you want to be an astronaut? Could be pretty cool, I think, huh? Good job, you guys. Are you ready to sing some songs with me? I'm pretty ready. All right, we're going to start with Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And we all know that one. And then we're going to do the science Twinkle, Twinkle, which is pretty fun. Okay, here we go. Ready? Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Good job. All right, here's our next one. It's a little bit different. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, oh so bright and oh so far. In the sky a tiny dot, glowing gas that's very hot. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Here's our next one. This one's all about the moon. Beaming, beaming, gleaming moon, like a giant white balloon. Round and round the earth you spin, through the month new shapes you're in. Beaming, beaming, gleaming moon, like a giant white balloon. All right, our next one is the sun. Are you ready? Glowing, glowing, red hot sun, shining light on everyone. Earth goes round you once a year. You're a star with atmosphere. Glowing, glowing, red hot sun, shining light on everyone. Good job. Now we're going to do a counting song. Are you ready? I need 4 little fingers. Here we go. 4 little stars winking at me. One flew off, whee! And then there were 1, 2, 3. 3 little stars with nothing to do. One shot off, whee! And then there were 1, 2. 2 little stars afraid of the sun. One shot off, whee! And then there was 1. 1 little star alone is no fun. It shot off, whee! And then there were none. Good job, you guys. Are you ready for our next story? So our next story is also pretty cool. I can reach it. So this one is Counting on Catherine. And this is how Katherine Johnson saved Apollo 13. And this is by Helene Becker. Catherine loved to count. She counted the steps on the road, the steps up to church, the number of dishes and spoons she washed in the bright white sink. The only thing she didn't count were the stars in the sky. Only a fool, she thought, would try that. Even so, the stars sparked her imagination. What was out there? Catherine yearned to know as much as she could about numbers, about the universe, about everything. Catherine's boundless curiosity turned her into a star student. She was so bright, she skipped 3 whole grades. She catapulted right past her brother. He wasn't too happy about that. By the time she turned 10, Catherine was ready for high school. But back then, America was legally segregated by race. Her town's high school didn't admit black students of any age. Catherine burned with fury. She wanted, more than anything, to keep learning. There was still so much to know. Count on me, Catherine's father told her. By working night and day, he earned enough money to move the family to a town with a black high school. In those days, though, there were no jobs as... Oops, I missed a page. Sorry about that. Catherine loved high school. She was good at every subject, but math was still her favorite. She dreamed of becoming a research mathematician, making discoveries about the number patterns that are the foundations of the universe. In those days, though, there were no jobs as research mathematicians for women. Professions most available to them were teaching and nursing. So, Catherine became an elementary school teacher. See, she liked her job, and she loved her students, but she never stopped dreaming about exploring numbers. In the 1950s, the U.S. government National Advisory Committee on Aeronautics, NACA, hired thousands of new employees. It even started hiring black women as mathematicians. Catherine heard about the mathematician jobs. Her heart raced with excitement. Perhaps her dream could come true after all. But when she applied for one of the positions, she was told they were already filled. Catherine had to wait a whole year until new spots opened up. But her patience paid off, and she got the job. A few years later, the Soviet Union sent a rocket ship into space, launching a space race with the United States. The NACA was rolled into a new space agency, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or NASA. Catherine now found herself at the heart of America's space program. She worked as a computer, since electronic computers were not widely used yet, calculating all the series of numbers, and all computers were women. They were given the tasks that men thought were boring and unimportant. That didn't bother Catherine. She knew that without her contributions, a spaceship couldn't reach its destination nor safely return home to Earth. And here's why. Sending a rocket ship into space is like throwing a ball into the air. At first, the force of the throw sends the ball up, up, up. But as its energy runs out, the ball's path curves back down towards the ground. Where it lands depends on what angle it's thrown and how high and how fast it flew. There's the ball. Because math is a kind of language, Catherine could ask those questions. How high would the rocket ship go, and how fast would it travel? All using numbers. And numbers would provide the all-important answer. Where would it land? To find out, Catherine plotted the numbers she'd calculated on a graph. When she joined the points together, they formed a curved line. Can you see it there on her work? There's her worksheet. At one end of that line was Earth at the time the rocket ship launched. At the other was where Earth would be when the ship landed. Catherine's reputation for accuracy and strong leadership skills, she was known for asking plenty of questions, got her promoted to Project Mercury, a brand new program designed to send the first American astronaut into space. Mercury's missions were going to be dangerous, so dangerous that even the project's star astronaut, John Glenn, refused to fly unless Catherine okayed the numbers. You can count on me, she said. Glenn's spacecraft, Friendship 7, orbited Earth 3 times and returned home safely. Glenn became a national hero. Catherine was promoted again. Now she was asked to calculate the flight paths for Project Apollo, the first flights to the moon. Count on me, she said. On July 20th, 1969, the Apollo 11 astronauts walked on the moon. Their feat was celebrated around the world. More triumphs followed. Apollo 12 rocketed to the moon in November 1969. Apollo 13 launched on April 11th, 1970, but on the third day of Apollo 13's flight, the worst thing happened, an explosion in space. Could the crippled spaceship make it to the moon? And if it didn't, would it be able to get back home to Earth? The 3 astronauts on board were in grave peril. Commander Jim Lovell told Mission Control, "Houston, we have a problem." Back on Earth, Katherine Johnson got a phone call. Her flight path calculations would have to be done all over again and perfectly. It would be the toughest challenge of her life. Katherine told Mission Control, "You can count on me." She rolled up her sleeves, took a deep breath, and began doing the math. She worked hard and fast. A few hours later, Katherine's calculations were finished. The flight path to return home would take the ship around the far side of the moon. From there, the moon's gravity would act like a slingshot to zing the ship back to Earth. To get home, the crew of Apollo 13 would have to follow Katherine's course exactly by burning off fuel in precise intervals. If the astronauts made a mistake, their ship would drift through space forever. Katherine waited anxiously to hear the astronauts' report. Finally, it crackled over the loudspeakers. "We've got it!" Apollo 13 was back on track. Katherine Johnson had done it. She brought Apollo 13 home. She was no longer the kid who dreamed of what lay beyond the stars. She was now a star herself. The end. What do you guys think? Pretty intense, huh? Space is pretty fun and pretty crazy. All right, my friends, we have time for a couple more stories. Are you ready? All right, so our next song is "We're Flying to the Moon." So here we go. Are you ready? Here we go. We're flying to the moon. We're flying to the moon. Blast off, away we go. We're flying to the moon. Now we're walking out in space. We're walking out in space. We're walking out in space. Blast off, away we go. We're walking out in space. Good job. Our next one is "We're landing on the moon." Ready? We're landing on the moon. We're landing on the moon. Blast off, away we go. We're landing on the moon. Should we collect some moon rocks? We're collecting moon rocks. We're collecting moon rocks. Blast off, away we go. We're collecting moon rocks. Good job. Now we have to fly back to Earth. Here we go. We're flying back to Earth. We're flying back to Earth. Blast off, away we go. We're flying back to Earth. Now we're flying there. We have to land there. Here we go. We're landing back on Earth. We're landing back on Earth. Blast off, away we go. We're landing back on Earth. Good job, you guys. All right, we've got time for one more song, and it's our goodbye song, which is just like our hello song, except we say goodbye. So we're going to sing this one 2 times too, so you can clap your hands in front of you if you'd like to, or tap them on your lap. It's up to you. Here we go. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye today to all my friends. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. One more time. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye today to all my friends. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining me for Storytime Anytime, and I hope that I'll see you next time. Thanks. See ya.